Here with Port Edwards girls head coach Deb Martin. Coach, just talk a little bit about yourself, how long you've been coaching, and what keeps you coming back coaching the girls here at Port Edwards.
So this is the start of my 12th year of coaching the girls. I love the game. I've been involved in it in high school, played at college, and so I've always been coaching around basketball, so I still love the game a lot.
Let's talk about a little bit of last year, 7-12, I think it was, regional quarterfinal. Recap a little bit of last year.
So last year, we actually had a pretty decent team compared from the year before. We had made huge strides from the year before that. I think we were only 2 and something or 3 and something the year before. So last year, getting close to 500, we were in conference play at least. So that was a great improvement for us. We were looking forward to this year, also improving off that even more. But now this year we've had some girls who, for many different reasons, decided not to come out. And so we're limited in our numbers this year. We only have 9 players total. So we're struggling a little bit on the number side.
And just talk about the 2 upperclassmen. You got a junior and a senior on your ball club this year.
So Taylor Martin is a 4-year varsity starter. She was a first-team all-conference player last year, so she returns as our lone senior. Melanie Stillers returns as a starter from last year also. Our lone junior, she had a lot of playing time last year as well. So we're looking forward to both of them to really carry us this year.
And just talk about Taylor on the court, during practice, off the court, her role as a senior.
As a senior, she's our leader. She runs the show for us. She's our point guard. We look for her to do a lot of things for us as well. She was our team leader last year in points per game, rebounds per game, assists and steals. So she has done a lot for us throughout the last 4 years. So this year she's really got to step up her game, especially for our underclassmen looking to her as well to do things. Melanie Stillers as well as our junior, we're looking for her to really step up her game from last year as well. She's got to look to improve. Those 2 are both our captains this year, and so they are both trying to lead us, and especially our underclassmen.
And just talk about that jump. You mentioned that a couple of years ago, had a couple wins last year, making strides. Now this year, as you mentioned, a lot of underclassmen. How can your seniors, or how can your upperclassmen help your underclassmen to really transition a lot of them from just 8th grade and now to the varsity level?
Well, so we have 9 total players. So Taylor and Mel are senior and junior. We have a crux of 5 sophomores. So they did see some playing time last year, and then we have 2 freshmen. So our 5 sophomores that are coming up, really looking forward to them to stepping up to play in that varsity level, a lot of playing time. So Aaliyah Ruiz is a sophomore. She's playing for us. Aubrey Schroeder, Nikita Boris, Dakota Bars, and Nadia Ellingson. Those 5 sophomores, they all saw a lot of playing time on JV, saw some on varsity as well last year. So they got to make that jump from JV up to varsity as well. We're not a very tall team. Taylor is our tallest player at 5'8", and she's our point guard. So we have to be quick, but the girls, they give it their all in practice. They put their heart and soul into it, the girls who are out here. So I'm so proud of them for doing that. They never give up. They hustle well. So we are, fairly quick team, though because we're limited in numbers, they see a lot of playing time.
Yep. And just talk a little bit about some of the non-conference opponents you had. You went over to Waiwega, you got Newman, you go down to the Dells in a couple of weeks to play a very good Wazeeka team. Just talk about building on the non-conference schedule that you guys have this year to build throughout the season.
So our non-conference schedule is a fairly tough non-conference schedule for us. I'm hoping that's going to help us when we get into our conference season as well. So yes, we went over to Waiwega Fremont last week for our very first game. We struggled a little bit there on the offensive side, but in the second half, we played relatively even. We have Wassa Newman here tonight, and we play Gresham next week Tuesday. They're going to be a very strong team in the Central Wisconsin North. Wazeeka Steuben, we play them down at the JAG at the Dells. They're a very top team right now. I think they're even might be ranked in state a little bit. I know we'll play Iola Scandinavia. Can't even think of the rest of our non-conference schedule. But we do play a fairly strong non-conference schedule. I think that's going to help us out as we get into our conference schedule.
And obviously at Zaleski Sports, we love filled gyms. We love people coming out and watching. That's the first thing that Jason, my boss, always says. Come out and watch and support the girls. But the ones that can't, able to watch online. But if you're just talking to folks around Port Edwards, fans of girls basketball, fans of basketball in general, what do you tell them to come out and watch your girls this year?
Well, I tell them to come on out and check us out. Come see what we have to offer. For the most part, I think the girls are enjoying themselves. They're having fun. They're going to get up and down the court. Just come and check us out. Support your community. Support our team.